Even though he's lost the first game of the best-of-7 Cheetah final, Norm Duke isn't worried. He feels the lane conditions are starting to work in his favor.
We're starting to carry oil down. The more oil you carry down next to the pins, the harder it is to get your ball to drive those pins. So you're going to start leaving corner pins. So already I knew that the pace was coming down. But then when you factor in the left lane rack and the right lane rack and how they affected me on the right lane, him on the left, I knew the scoring pace was not going to nearly touch 250, 260 like we're used to. And that plays into my hands. So, you know, automatically I said, hey, whoa.
Opening strike for Duke here in game number 2. So Simonelli up now in the first. He took game number 1, 226, 212. Again, the bugaboo with the 7.
Another 7-pin for Ryan Simonelli. Now you're starting to ask yourself, hey, is this the beginning of the end for this kid? Maybe not.
Come on, carry.
Double for Ryan Simonelli in this best-of-7 match.
I felt pretty good coming out of the gate the second game because when I moved a little bit left on the right lane, I was able to hold the ball on line. And I actually did the same thing on the left lane, and I threw it really well and really firm. And it held line, but I knew that it didn't want to. And so I was trying to be a little bit more careful.
That strategy was starting to work as Ryan continued to strike in the 4th and the 5th frames.
Hambo!
Well, right now, Norm Duke is trying to exercise some internal demons that he's got going on mentally. There's no coaching. He's his own coach. He's trying to kick himself in the butt to get himself going. The other thing he's trying to do is make the right adjustment to get his ball to strike. He's got a lot going on right now.
All right, that game's over. More than the past, more right now. It's on this team. On this team, we fight. Half left. Damn, I think right of that's 5, but left of that one. Okay. Think about it.
So Norm started this with the bullseye on him, right? He's the veteran. He's supposed to win this. And now the roles are reversed a little bit, and he's the underdog, and he can't seem, somehow, to move beyond that first game.
Norm Duke trying to micromanage these adjustments to try to get his ball to strike. You heard him say a little right, it's light, a little left, it's high.
And he leaves the 4-9 there in the 3rd.
He is not happy.
He's trying to figure something out.
Norm would fail to pick up the spare, and his bad luck would continue into the 4th frame.
As a 20-something-year pro, I have learned that just trust that it's not the rack, it's not circumstance, it's not luck, it's not this. Something is wrong, fix it.
So Ryan's hot. Norm's talking to himself. This game is in the books. But the greats will find motivation in sometimes the oddest things.
Spare for Simonelli. Leading by 42 pins.
How many?
Down by 42.
That's what I heard. It sounded like it just ricocheted off of everything in the building. Down by 42, 2. How many? Killed me. And I had to say something, you know. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating.
Hey, is Norm Duke playing mind games with Ryan Simonelli? I don't know. It's not his first barbecue.
Gamesmanship? Oh, no. Gamesmanship to me is when you put a quarter in somebody's shoe, you know, and they don't know it for 3 or 4 days. But then they start walking and limp, and they go, dog. And there's a quarter in there somewhere. That's gamesmanship.
You know, it was a good laugh and all, and it actually relaxed me. It was actually better for me. That helped me. I think maybe, if anything, he was trying to help himself calm down.
It absolutely lifted me. It absolutely lifted me. The crowd, their response, had they just sat there and did nothing? Oh, then I shrink. But because they laughed and they got cozy with me, then I grew. Big difference there, and I think that was such a momentum change for me. Because all I can feel is, you know, I'm going down. And it lifted me.
So down 42. How much?
42.
42. Here is Duke. So the 7th begins now for Duke. Looking for a 3-bagger. And gets it.
Yeah, it don't count this guy out just yet.
I already knew that he was going to string him. I mean, he's Norm. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. As soon as I left the second 7-pin, I said, you know what? It doesn't matter what I do. He's going to string him. He doesn't care what I do.
Whatever was wrong, Norm had it fixed. Consecutive strikes in the 7th, 8th, and 9th gave him 5 straight.
After the 4-9 split, Norm's down 42, has some fun with the crowd, looking to possibly go down 0-2 to Ryan Simonelli. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Momentum just changed direction.
Simonelli up in the 8th, off a strike in the 7th. Third 7-pin he's left this match.
Yeah, everything else is strikes, 3 7-pins. Otherwise, this could be a runaway.
And it would happen again in the 9th.
Hey, what do you know? Another 7-pin. So despite some horrible pin carry coming down the stretch, Ryan Simonelli finds himself stepping up in the 10th frame with a chance to still win this game.
Simonelli up in the 10th off a pair of spares. 10 drops.
Wow.
Woo, exhale.
Oh, 2 more strikes. He can shoot 238 and force Norm Duke to double in the 10th.
Again, Simonelli looking for his first ever Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour title. Looking to go up 2-0 in this best of 7. It's not the 7 this time.
A strike will lock up the game for Norm.
What is the number? And the number to me is a spot that they cannot win from. So I can look up and say, well, they can make 237. Well, 238 is the number. Or they can make, this is the number. Well, I need to know the number. And when he left a 7-pin on the left lane, the number is now irrelevant. 1 strike, you win. No strike, you lose.
So Simonelli done with a 228. Duke, strike, will win it. There it is. We are tied up at 1.
That was some amazing carry right there.
After being down 42 pins, Norm Duke has come back to win Game 2 and tie the match. Will he be able to keep the momentum on his side? Game 3 of the Cheetah Championship Finals is next.